Hello everyone. I'm sorry for how long it took me to finally get this out, but here we go. Sure. Do it in the bathroom, please. As a kid, I loved playing as Peach in Super Mario Bros. 2, and I like having utility over pure power or speed. As stereotypical as it sounds, it's Pikachu, probably because my first Pokemon game was Yellow version, and Yellow is my favorite character from Pokemon Adventures. Well, it's not like I've actually seen you play Fire Emblem, so that's pretty tough to give an answer to. Well, Hero Obito, I finished this sentence. I believe I've been voicing for over 4 years now, and like many others, I have my embarrassing moments.
Liar! You killed my husband!
The last time I tried to record footage for part 3, my entire file got corrupted, and I happened to save after I finished recording. I got discouraged since I'll have to start a new file to get to that point, but I'll try to get working on it again as soon as I can. There was actually once a group I made called Mindbenders, but the only people who joined it were voice actors and writers. With me being the only machinimator it had, it didn't last long. I don't consider myself as assertive enough to start a collaboration channel, so if anything I'm hoping that I'll catch the attention of certain machinima groups. Despite what I sound like, believe it or not, I'm actually 21. My high school life was actually pretty great. At first I wasn't sure if I'd be able to make many friends, but before even half of my first year there had gone by, one of my few friends at the time managed to start up a brawl club. Super Smash Bros. Is a major part of my life, and the fact that I got to meet other fans of the series got me pretty excited. I managed to win our opening tournament when I didn't even own the game, and this easily led to me making friends with everyone. They even voted for me to be the secretary, and it's from this club that I met my boyfriend, Corey. But there's no such thing as a perfect life. Being an open gay while not only looking girly, but sounding girly, I've had moments while walking through the school hallways where I would see some people grimacing at me, or even calling out, "Get a room, you fags!" while holding Corey's hand. Thankfully, those things didn't bother me much because my friends easily bounced everything out with their support. And I'm not just talking about my friends from school. Whenever I got home, the first thing I would do was get on Skype and start talking and playing games with online friends. Knowing so many great people really made my high school life fun. Sure, I still play Alpha from time to time. I'm sorry if you invited to play with me earlier and I didn't notice. Just tell me your IGN and I'll try to add you whenever I can, okay? Well, Nega, when fangirls and fanboys love to ship random characters very much, many babies are made as original characters. Remember, don't steal. As a Magical Girl fan, I love Sailor Moon and Madoka Magica, but I also like Danganronpa, Clannad, Full Metal Alchemist, Ouran High School Host Club, Free, Watamote, Soul Eater, Aono Exorcist, Black Butler, Pokemon Origins, Cardcaptor Sakura. It's kinda hard to remember all of them. As for that confusion of whether it's you or me, I can kind of understand it since there's a lot of Peach hacks out there with black hair, but when you put our textures side by side, the dresses are really, really different, and our voices aren't really that similar either, so yeah, I don't know. I was born in May, and the birth flower of May is a lily. And as I meet and talk with everyone, I hope to grow as a person. So, I'm the Blossoming Lily. While playing Brawl casually, I like everyone. But when I go to tournaments, Meta Knight gets frustrating and tiring. Many people will claim to main a certain character, but you will almost always see them pick Meta Knight when they get desperate, just because it's that much easier to win with him than any other character. When you search for Brawl tournament videos, you will find many Meta Knight versus Meta Knight matches, and they get boring fast. Well, Professor Oak. Let's see. Why not all three at once? But if you want me to take the question seriously, it's a tough choice. Tiger's good points to me are that he likes Sailor Moon, on top of even liking Slayers. I never thought I'd meet anyone else who watched that series. I recently found out that Hedge is a fantastic brawler, and his engines are easy to rev up, if you know what I mean. However, if it weren't for Blaze, I would have been added to a certain Skype chat that got me into the Brawl Machinima community in the first place. Because of that, I think I'd choose Blaze. In the end, everyone dies. Lena Inverse from Slayers. Lena fucking Inverse. For me, it would have to be Takane from Idolmaster. I've always wanted to be able to do that mature and calm kind of voice. Normally, I would answer both of those for you, but I already listed a handful of my favorite anime series, so I'll just answer the second question. One of the things I hate most about online gaming is a certain logic some gamers come up with. If people are worse than me, they're noobs. If people are better than me, they have no life. What's the point? Whoa, too many questions! A very long time ago, I was once friends with two certain people. They're known as BeatBlocks, which I recall some people calling Wes, and Dragon V0942, who many people called Matt, I think. It's been a long time. One day, Matt and Wes began to develop a Gmon series called Dimensional Boundary, and Matt was in need of a voice for Peach. As a fan of her with a high voice, I started practicing with how to imitate her voice, which at first was a strain on my throat, but after continuing to practice for nearly a week, I got used to it and auditioned for Dimensional Boundary. I was so happy when I got the part, because it was the first time I got to voice in a YouTube project, on top of working with a friend. But sometime after the first episode, the project was cancelled, and we all started to drift apart due to certain circumstances. But I always envied Wes and Matt for continuing to voice act so well, so I decided to keep trying. I even hoped that I would get it good enough to catch their attention again after they seemed to forget about me, but that never happened, and I doubt they'll never remember me, especially since I used a different username back then. Aside from what I already said about Peach's playstyle, I also like her bubbly personality and how much she's willing to help Mario. Not just when she's kidnapped either. She's done her fair share of work during actual adventures. I especially love her personality in Brawl. Seriously, there's an airship war going on in plain sight, and what does she do? She goes for a walk because she knows she's got this. And I'm sure if anyone else saw Sheik and Fox about to duke it out to the death, they wouldn't want to get in the middle of it all. But Peach just struts on up and is all like, "Everyone just calm the fuck down. I brought some tea and damn girl, this shit's as good as my cakes." And that concludes my answer video. If I missed out on any questions or you still have more to ask me, please put it in a comment or PM and I'll reply to you. See ya!